Good to be with you tonight here on In Focus. Let's begin here now. President Cyril Ramaphosa says government is on track to create 5 million jobs during the fourth phase of the expanded public works program. He officiated 20th anniversary celebration of this government scheme. Ramaphosa says it's already created 14 million employment opportunities since its inception.
We are on course to meet the target of 5 million opportunities for this fourth phase of the expanded works program. Over these past 5 years, no less than 41 billion rand has been transferred to poor households, ensuring that participants and their households live above the poverty line. The activities of EPWP participants have been engaged, and they've gone way beyond earning a livelihood to support themselves. They have gone on to building a better South Africa, a South Africa that is caring, united, and a South Africa that leaves no one behind.
Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Sihle Zikalala is with us to shed more light on the program. Minister, good to have you, and thank you very much for coming on this evening. Public employment programs certainly making a huge contribution, and many would admit, to dealing with the question of poverty and unemployment. But others saying it's not necessarily the answer to the South African unemployment crisis. Why do you think you could be able to do better in this next phase of this program?
No, thanks, Mr. Mugabe. We do agree that this is an intervention that cushions people against poverty. We should create decent jobs that are permanent and sustainable, which is happening, but we cannot leave a situation where you've got people who are unemployed, who are not productive, and do nothing. EPWP is meant, is an intervention that helps people to gain skills, get incentives in a form of employment for a particular period. And when they exit, they should be having skills that will help them to have a sustainable livelihood. While we agree with that view, but it is important that we don't leave people in poverty. What we are going to do going forward is to ensure that this program is well structured in a form of ensuring that people are recruited in an institutionalized way, where the recruitment will be open, transparent. Secondly, we'll ensure that we make interventions that are quite informed in terms of ensuring that the programs themselves are sustainable, such as waste management, the issue of road maintenance.
Yeah.
These should be performed by people, but they should be trained, they should be then assisted through enterprise development.
Yeah. So I'll come and talk to you a little bit about that fragmented nature that you're mentioning and how it has been approached previously and how you're going to do it better. But let's stay a little bit with ensuring that you are able to leverage this in such a way that it brings us high value skills that we require. I mean, as far as the program has been approached now, it would probably looking at cleaning services, of cleaning the roads and the likes. It has not attracted, for example, high-value skills like green economy skills, like artisanal industries, like early-stage ICT sector type of skills.
We do focus on high skills through the Young Professionals Program, which is focusing on the built environment as an industry. But this is for low skills or those who don't have skills at all. And we want to ensure that during the period of their period in the EPWP, they get skills to do things for themselves. And we've partnered with TVET colleges that are focusing on some of these skills that we require for the EPWP.
So you're saying the intention not really to leverage private sector participation in as much as creating the ability of the beneficiaries or the participants to then create work for themselves?
We support and embrace the participation of the private sector. We always welcome that. It is important. But in terms of skills, there are those skills which we are driving, skills development program. We are driving for high skills where we partner with universities and give bursaries to students to pursue those programs. And this one is meant to alleviate or address the issue of poverty. Over a period of 20 years, we've managed to assist more than 14 million South Africans through this program. Going forward, we are aiming to ensure that in the next 5 years, we create 5 million job opportunities, meaning we should be able to create at least 1 million per year.
Does that then not lend the weight to the criticism that says the program is too much inward looking and redistributive in its orientation, where you are not creating a space and a situation where you create skills that will immediately be used in the private sector so that those people go into a more permanent job. But it creates a situation where 5 years from now, when you say you want to stop, the cohort that you would have taken in will say, no, you can't stop the program because it's now viewed as some kind of employment.
No, I think it should be clear. During the training, there are those who get trained, for instance, through construction, and then they are absorbed by private sector. There are others who get trained, then when they exit, they will go to ensure that they start their own businesses and pursue that enterprise route. And we assist all of them. If you would go through the program we had today, we had 3 young people. All of them have migrated from this program and have established their own entities that are now providing job and participating in the economic development.
And Minister, how do you then plan to address the question that you raised earlier of a fragmented approach? You know, one of the issues being raised, for example, is that budgets that are allocated towards these programs are quite haphazard. So you'll have a mayor here deciding, no, I'll take this located in my office, or you'll have a premier here saying, no, I'll take this and put it towards fighting crime. So there's no clear approach as to how is this going to be budgeted, where the budget is going to come from, and how are the people, for example, going to be recognized, what's the criteria, who's going to be brought in and how they're going to be brought in, and so forth and so on.
Yes, we will be centralizing the coordination and the implementation of EPWP. The Department of Public Works, both nationally and provincially, will be the coordinating department. If we allocate to the municipality, we will be allocating based on the program that municipality has submitted, and not just allocate funds without a program. That will bring a coordination, tighten the coordination. Even the departments, other departments that implement a EPWP program will have to be coordinated in that way. So the allocation should be now structured in a way that goes direct to the program and don't allow people to reallocate the budget for other services.
So the other call was for individuals who participate to have some level of certification to say that they did take part and prove their participation and the quality of the training that they would have received so that this then is able to be taken to industry?
Quite correct. And that's why we are now, we have formalized our engagement with TVET colleges so that the training should be formal and accredited. When people exit, they should exit with certificates that are official and confirm that they are qualified in what they would have been trained on. So we will be now using, going forward, we will be using TVET colleges instead of using private service providers on training.
And then how are you then going to insulate this program against political abuse? I mean, you know the criticism from your detractors would say, well, the ANC uses this program to empower ANC volunteers, especially now going up to elections. They'll say, well, this is just another way of making noise around that. But two, there is the allegations of ghost employees. So this could be employees who are getting paid for doing nothing. Others are actually just fictitious employees who are not even real people.
Yes, that has been the concern over the past years. And that's why we are now saying the coordination will be centralized in the Department of Public Works, which will enhance monitoring of all programs and ensure that when the recruitment is done, it is done in a transparent way that is open and not selective at all. We are also saying the Independent Development Trust, the IDT, will play a role in terms of coordinating, especially in the social sector, to ensure that this program is not abused, where you'll find people employing their relatives or using this program in a political way. We would want transparency and accountability in all structures, in all municipalities, and in all departments.
So we are having a conversation even tonight around the Bella Bill, which seeks to, for example, recognize schooling as starting from grade R. You are anticipating a participation of EPWP beneficiaries in the early childhood development sector. How is that going to happen?
That will happen through educators who come through the program being trained and recognized by the Department of Basic Education, because right now, grade R or the pre-learning and those grades are under basic education. So all of those must be properly trained and must be people who are known and skilled in that particular area.
5 million jobs. Have you got any particular target, time frame that you would have set for that?
We are saying we'll create 5 million job opportunities over the period of 5 years, meaning every year we should create at least 1 million job opportunities. That is the target.
And how are these going to be selected? What's going to be the selection criteria?
Well, the criteria will be based on what municipalities and departments are proposing. We will then quantify that into number of people who can be absorbed based on the allocated budget, and then roll it out, implement. And there are those programs that are going to be implemented from the department nationally, covering the whole country, such as a focused approach in dealing with issues of pothole, road paving, the issue of road maintenance, waste management, including recycling. So we will roll out those programs countrywide.
Minister, we appreciate your time and thank you very much for the clarity and for coming on this evening. That's the Minister of Public Works there, Sihle Zikalala, on the extended or new phase, shall I say, of the EPWP, the 20-year celebration taking place a little bit earlier on